Welcome to the El Dorado County Historical Museum, located at the El Dorado County Fairgrounds in El Dorado County. John Studebaker. He was born on October 10, 1833 in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. He moved to Ohio in 1836 and then to Indiana in 1851. Two of his brothers, Henry and Clem, started a wagon company. John had learned the trades of wagon building and blacksmithing, but he dreamed of mining gold out in California. So in 1853, John decided to make the trip out west. Henry and Clem helped build him a wagon, and completed that journey in a record 10 days. John made a deal with the trail master, trading that wagon for 3 meals a day during the journey. And after trying his hand at gold mining, rented a part of the shop in Placerville at Main Street east of Bedford Avenue, at or near the present-day address of 549 Main Street, where he built and repaired wagons and wheels and wagon parts. The front part of the shop housed a blacksmith shop operated by Aulis and Hines. He began to make and sell wheelbarrows for miners at $10 apiece, and after amassing 8,000, left for Placerville to join his brothers in South Bend, Indiana to make ammunition wagons for the Union Army. Him and all his brothers worked in the wagon making trade and founded the Studebaker Corporation, which began making wagons and carriages and expanded in the 1890s to make automobiles. Their carriages were so popular, President Lincoln and General Grant each owned one, and Lincoln was riding in one to the theater the night of his assassination. By 1876, the Studebaker Corporation could brag that it was selling coast to coast and was the largest wagon builder in the world. The company's success continued until the mid-20th century, when they merged with another auto manufacturer in 1954 to create the Studebaker-Packard Corporation. The last Studebaker car to come off the assembly line was March 16, 1966, in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. It was the only one to successfully transition from horse-drawn wagons to automobiles, introducing an electric car in 1902, with gasoline-powered Studebakers coming in 1904, produced by the Garford Company in Ohio, marketed under the name Studebaker Garford. And at 84, John Studebaker was the only brother that lived to see the production of the automobile. He lived from 1833 to 1917. His legacy continues in Placerville with John M. Studebaker wheelbarrow races that are held at the El Dorado County Fairgrounds every year. They started in 1944 during World War II to help lift spirits and foster unity within the community, and the wheelbarrows were produced by the Studebaker Corporation. The event has been going on for 81 years.
So the race starts with you have a wheelbarrow. The wheelbarrow is wooden with steel wheel. So it's very old-fashioned, right? Uh-huh. And it weighs 50 pounds, okay?
Yes.
You have to take that wheelbarrow through an obstacle course. The first stop is where you pick up what's called ore. It's basically you have a bag that you fill with dirt. They call it ore, like it's gold or something, right? But it's really dirt. And you fill it, and you have to have over 50 pounds in order to qualify. If you get to the end of the race and you don't have your gold pan, your bag, your wheelbarrow, and 50 pounds of ore in the wheelbarrow, you do not qualify. So that means that you're not considered as, and you're considered disqualified. And the first one that finishes with the correct amount of weight, over 50 pounds, plus all of those items, wins. So the first stop is the ore pit, okay, where you pick up the dirt. And then you go through, it varies, but one of the obstacles is where you go over a large set of railroad tracks, and they're sort of staggered. So sometimes you can push the wheelbarrow, but mostly you have to lift it and carry it. So now you have the 50 pounds plus the 50-pound wheelbarrow. So you have at least 100 pounds plus your own weight. So that's the first obstacle, is typically a set of railroad tracks. Then you have to jump over a log. Then you go across a bridge. Then you have to walk across a log with the wheelbarrow, right?
Oh, wow.
Then you have to come down a hill through a loop. You go through another smaller set of railroad tracks. And then you kind of go up a hill and an overpass. They call that Cougar's Pass. Then you wind back around. There's a tunnel. You go up over a hill. And then the final obstacle is a mud pit.
Wow.
In the mud pit, I know. It's really, and you're doing this as fast as you can. And this is with all the weight, right? And the mud pit is, it's like waist deep, chest deep water. And you jump into it, and it kind of, you sink in. So you have to walk through it with your wheelbarrow. So you have to get your wheelbarrow, your dirt, your bag, your gold pan and all that stuff through that last obstacle. And then you come out, and then they weigh the weight.
And they stay in this wagon for about 3 to 4 months while they're keeping an eye on the sheep to protect them from the dangers of the wilds up there. And then they would come back down. It's got the stove, it's got the water containers, it's got your food, it's got beds, it's got everything you might need for an early RV.
This is a reproduction of the Studebaker toy wagon that was produced in the 1920s. This wheelbarrow was built by John M. Studebaker in his shop on Main Street, Placerville, 1853 to 1858. The wheelbarrow was authenticated by J. M. Studebaker himself in 1912 during his visit to Placerville. The owner of the wheelbarrow later donated it to the El Dorado County Historical Society in 1939.
Well, it's a strip of glass.
I am out driving around Fair Oaks, and I found a 1959 Studebaker. Thank you for watching.